Hey guys, so I'm back to do my 5 tips to successfully breastfeed, and these 5 things help me successfully breastfeed. I'm an advocate of breastfeeding, but I'm not against moms that formula feed at all. Everybody, it's your choice. Pretty much, you choose what you want to give your baby. It's your baby. It's your choice. You do what you want. But I breastfed all 3 of mine, and these are the 5 things that helped me to get through breastfeeding. First thing is you need to have knowledge of it. Read up on it. Take breastfeeding classes, and I did that. It's a lot of stuff that you can find on the internet, but also talking to someone like a consultant, the latch consultant, they know a lot about breastfeeding and all of that. And the class is not that long. I want to say the class was probably for an hour. They showed a video. They gave like the pros of breastfeeding, the cons of breastfeeding. It was very informational. Like, you got a lot of information about breastfeeding, and that's what helped me and pushed me to keep going on. The second thing is have a good support team. If you don't have a good support team, then it'll discourage you. And my biggest thing is be your biggest supporter. Be your biggest supporter, because when I first started talking about breastfeeding, I want to say I was probably about 7 months pregnant with my daughter when I decided that I was going to breastfeed. Because at first I was just going to, the normal society thing, bottle feed, formula feed. And then my doctor talked to me and asked me did I want to breastfeed, and gave me references to like different breastfeeding classes and consultants. And I went to a breastfeeding class, and I loved it. I loved it. Finding out all the information and the good things about breast milk, and it inspired me even more. But I had people talking in my ear, oh, you're not gonna do it, it's gonna hurt, your boobs are gonna sag, just a whole bunch of negative vibe and energy, and you do not want that, nor do you need that. So if you don't have anybody else to support you, be your biggest supporter. There's a lot of breastfeeding groups out there. Talk to moms that breastfeed before. Get information from them. Everybody has different opinions. Everybody's had different stories and situations. Every baby that breastfeeds is different. All 3 of mine were different. Like my oldest daughter, she pretty much, she would not take a bottle whatsoever. When I say she would not take a bottle whatsoever, she refused a bottle. The doctor and everybody else would say, oh, she'll eat when she's hungry, just let her cry it out. Yeah, my daughter would go hours without eating, and I just could not do it. I'm not one of those moms. I'm strong and everything, but to sit there and let my child not eat because I want her off the boob, it's not me. So I fed her, and it was hard getting her off the boob. She breastfed all the way until she was about 2 years old. My son the same. He breastfed past 2 years old. Every baby is different. Some babies wean themselves. Mine did not. So every baby is different. Like I said, you can, you know, talk to mothers that's breastfed, watch YouTube videos. I mean, it's a lot of information that you can get from breastfeeding, other people's opinions and everything like that. But most of all, you know, just support. Number 4. Is that number 4? Yeah, number 4. Drink plenty of water and eat good. You cannot supply your baby with milk if you are malnourished. If you're lacking in something, your body is not going to produce it. Therefore, you can't give your baby food. You have to be what is the word I'm looking for? My mind just went blank. You have to feed your body. You have to do right. Water helps produce breast milk. Eating healthy and stuff like that. Not necessarily eating healthy, but you need to, I mean, it's good to eat healthy, but you need to eat. You can't go all day without eating, because when you're breastfeeding, your baby is taking nutrition from you. And whether you eat or not, the baby is still going to take the nutrition from you. It'll start coming from your bones, your teeth, and you will learn all of this if you take a breastfeeding class. This is all information that I've learned from the breastfeeding class. The baby will still take from you, and you'll just feel really, really weak. So drink plenty of water, eat healthy, eat. And last but not least, your baby needs to have a good latch. Your baby, if you don't have a good latch, if your baby latches on wrong, it can hurt really bad. Trust me. I think I want to say to Kyla, when I first started breastfeeding, she latched on wrong, and I was sore. My nipples were like torn, and it was horrible. Like, they were all cracked and bleeding in the hospital. It was like so bad that I want to say she had a formula bottle in the hospital, because I mean, my breast was hurting so bad, and it wasn't even from the engorgement. It was just because my nipples were raw, and you know, babies don't know how hard they suction, and they don't know how hard they need to suckle in order to get the milk to come out. So yeah, it was horrible. But when the lactation consultant came in and helped me, she really did. She helped me some wonders. And after that, I successfully breastfed, and yeah, I successfully breastfed. So those are just my 5 tips on how I successfully breastfed. Again, everybody has their own opinions, and does a lot of stuff differently. These are just my opinions on what what helped me to successfully breastfeed. This is my 3rd child that I'm breastfeeding, and I absolutely love it. Again, I am not against any mommy that formula feeds. I'm just not, because formula is good. It's food. It's food. So I'm not against any mommy that formula feeds. Please don't get me wrong. I'm just an advocate for breastfeeding. Anytime my friends or anybody get pregnant, I immediately, are you gonna breastfeed? And I try to, inform them. It's information. At the end of the day, it's their choice to choose if they're gonna breastfeed or bottle feed, and that's that. But those are my 5 tips on successfully breastfeeding. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them below. I always answer back, and I will see you in our next vlog. Bye guys. She's asleep.